let's go over Bitcoin. We're down to 111,523. See what's going on. Currently, we'll start top-down analysis like we always do. We're on the weekly chart. This is Bitcoin right here. Weekly chart, still bullish on Bitcoin for sure. But let's kind of see what we're reacting to. Where do we think the price could go? Okay, so as we speak about, we use order blocks for our entries and also rejection blocks for our resistance, and we're just going to see what we see here. So we can see a big order block here. This is that 105.4 to that 98 range. So there's still this zone that, and everyone's eyeing 98. So there's still this zone that's untapped. A little bit of liquidity left in here, fair value gap as well. So there's a little liquidity, a lot of liquidity left down here. Okay, so just know that there is a magnet below. It's been there for a while now, since of pretty much June of 25. This gap has been here. Okay, and there's also a pretty serious gap here from 92, let's call it, to 84. That's some serious liquidity in there too. Something else to know. Also, don't think this is super short term, but if something happens, that gives us the market a reason to react. We'll have a big bounce. This will be a bounce region, so a magnet as well as a bounce region. I say that every time, but top down. So let's just go more recent, okay? So we've had a pullback on Bitcoin. These are a couple weeks in a row. Okay, boom, boom, boom. That is basically Alexa off. Apologize. So that's me letting know the market's opening in 10 minutes. Okay. So we currently are reacting to this order block here. Okay, 50%, kind of wicking off of it. We were getting some bullish momentum. This week was kind of slow. This week was a push, and then this week was an indication. It ended, on a reversal. So we would be bearish for this weekend, or bias. So we would have been looking for shorts, but this happened in almost one day. But for the week, we're biased right now is from the weekly chart, bearish. Okay, we're bearish until we start seeing some reaction to push up. We went from internal. I was thinking we'd push some of these previous highs before we pulled back, but that didn't happen. So let's see what happens when we drop down to the daily. Okay, that's that bottom region, which we're not too far from. Okay, so right now prices the past couple of days was the first. Today's the 25th. Okay, so this is the week: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Big pullback, and we've been pulling down to this 111 and just buying up liquidity, buying up, and now we're kind of, let's see if we buy it up before the end of the day. But it's been on a lower chart. We've been making lower lows and lower highs on some other, and I think on the 4 hour. So a little bearish momentum for sure. We've already sucked all this liquidity up, but it's still kind of reacting to this zone here, double aligning. Let's see. Yeah, rejection block, small rejection block on the daily. So it hasn't been able to close above 113.3. If we closed above 113, I think we'd start seeing a reversal. You gotta see it's been rejecting here, 113. It's been an area of support and resistance, so just hasn't been able to hold it. Last few days. Yeah, that was that day, Sunday. Which is not even that much on the graph, but wiped everybody out. We're broken through this breaker block. Through a block. To the right. Right here. Coming through that. Huh. I mean, I think we're going to be hunting for this liquidity. Which would catch a lot of people by surprise. Let me just back up real quick to daily. I think so. I just want to see something. So I just want to mark previous day high, previous day low, just so we see it when we're looking on the chart. Okay. So might be coming into a range for a little bit here. We have been. So we'll see if we break it. In a day range. Yeah, it's a pretty good long. Yeah, you could, if it came back down here, it's pretty good long. If we close below this line, I would start looking for lower, but if we wick off of it, looks like the momentum has reversed though. See how like we haven't been able to close, it was trying to push up, price get pushed, price getting pushed down. So we'll see what happens when we get to this level. I'm gonna kind of stop at the 30, yeah. Right now we're reacting to this wick. And leftover liquidity down low. This whole box needs to be filled, so it may fill this whole box over the next couple days, especially the weekend. If we don't get some momentum before the weekend, we might wick down to 108 before pushing up, and if it breaks 108, I mean it's gonna catch everyone by surprise. I don't think we're gonna dump that hard yet. I mean, this would be the month to do it. September would be the month to do it because everyone's expecting, hearing myself say that, but in theory, we're waiting for that rally that's supposed to come at the end of the year. It would make sense. September, usually bearish. September, usually it's rocky, bad for stocks, bad for everything, da 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 da. So I wouldn't be totally against, and it would be healthy for the long term if we collected this liquidity now. If we collected all this liquidity, this 98 region that everyone's been like waiting for, if that happens, we're gonna have a blow off on Bitcoin and everything else will follow. Like blow off top. It would still be a good healthy retracement to 108 and push up, sure, but just know a little return here. So they might want to do that. So meaning like the market makers and stuff, like they would want to maybe like play this out, push this, probably that 124 and probably overshoot it. Like 124, let's see, has been a goal for a while, but I think we hit that, right? Yeah, we hit that 124. So This doesn't go back as far as I want. It's only 2021. I'm trading. I probably pull up a different graph, but I've historically seen this drawn this way, so we're just going to draw it now. It's on the weekly, the daily. Okay, so call it not the perfect line, but we get the idea. Okay. So by, everyone's saying what, March, like November or 27, December of 27. Possible numbers. It's end of the year into next. February 150. Think that could be low. Wow, well, February. Yeah, February. So I'm thinking by, I mean, it's not even, I don't even think it works. So I'm thinking 250 by summer. Like, that's been my number. And we get the 250 right around here. Doesn't even give me dates. It's annoying. It's annoying. Yeah, it gives me dates this way. So 250. November 33. And yeah, we'll see. The thing is, I believe we'll break the top on top of this trend line. This trend line that's been since forever. I believe there'll be a day where we break the trend line, and then we'll have a different trend. But the trend is your friend until it's not. So, you know, that could bring us to the end of the year. It's that 140 Bitcoin. So it could look like something like this. Price comes down, fills this gap. Comes a touch. That gives us that 134 Bitcoin. This is the beginning of the year. Pretty possible. Price then comes down, fills this gap at 99, and then starts to descend. Probably would break this, come back, test this, and take off. That's probably a potential scenario. Something like that. So, you know, it probably makes sense that we'll probably fill this gap, push all-time highs. This will be bear, see bear. So we'll have this last push of the year. This will be 1 year of bear. Fill this gap in bear. Maybe even fill, I did tell you there's one more gap. Somewhere around here. Maybe even fill that gap in bear. And then, yeah, maybe even fill this gap in bear. Push, yeah, retest, take off. Pretty possible. I mean, like, where have you seen it? We've seen it in the past. So we had this M here. Boom, boom, bear. Kind of getting that M. We didn't hit this top, so we're doing double top. So it could be this. You know, like I think, you know, maybe we do fill this now, or we don't. See, like, this was a heavy pullback. What is this? Not really anything. but this is almost the same as this. Just a healthy retracement. So we may see this, or we may just see this. Come back up, double top, to kind of repeat that pattern. Enter, but come down. Enter bear, and then another run. Kind of makes sense. It's kind of what makes sense. So we'll see. We will see. No one really knows, but that looks pretty logical to me. Yeah. Back to, I guess, just the daily. We're watching for a few things. I think we're gonna fill that gap. I just cleared all my stuff. I think we're gonna fill that gap. Bitcoin's looking pretty interesting. We just filled that. We just came down. Look, so that would have been the long live. Let's paper trade that real quick. Let's just say open a long on this. It's kind of just curious now that I was saying it. I would set that. Margin, oh, that's the margin. Whoa, 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 whoa. $1 billion, yeah, well. Yeah, bro. Stop loss below wicks. I would take the take profit right around these wicks. That would be a trade that I would probably take. Daily targeting previous daily highs. I would have liked to catch it down here. That was right what I said at the beginning. Go back to this daily. Marking your daily highs. Previous daily low. And then it dropped down to the 1 hour. It was right here before, just wicked in, just like that. This is a little off. Hit that line perfect. So trade would have been, if you could saw that rejection, it would be a good time to enter. But we'll see. This could honestly just break right through, for sure. This trade is yeah, $3 grand, 30 grand. 30 grand to make 6, risk 2, 301. Pretty good trade. See how that goes. Is that live? So I'm playing that range now. If we get a break, I like this rejection. If this breaks below, you actually want to like to close below. Then I would kind of say trade no go. But market open soon, like we could get a little bit of buy pressure, pull back, then push back up. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's just say this is the trade. Let's just look at some leftover liquidity. I'm playing the range here as well. Let's go to the 4 hour. Liquidity left behind. I might lower my TP here. I like this fair value gap. Okay. I also like this rejection block. I like that rejection block. I like this fair value gap. Little breaker block. So I mean, like there's a lot of confluence here. I would probably want to just safely play. I mean, your safe low-hanging fruit would be right here. 50%. It's kind of almost a 1 to 2. Almost, not really. No, not really. Top of the zone because there is confluence above 4,700. It's not a bad place to be. I don't like the rejection wick here. We're on the 4 hour. See, this is a nice strong reaction to here. But right now, we're not getting that. We had it. Looks weak. Buy pressure looks weak. So we'll hold this as paper trade. So let's see how it plays out. I'm gonna use the top of this order block with this confluence above as a magnet, and I'm gonna set that as my buy. So just for you guys out there who want to know, long position entered. Okay. Risk. So that's a 1 to 9.3. Not perfect, not ideal. 1 to 2 is my minimum, so not perfectly ideal. But in theory, I could tighten this up. Sure, I could tighten that up. If I did that, that gets me that 1 to 2. Or I can just move it till it's 1 to 2. There you go. There's your 1 to 2. And I move my stop loss to 1 to 2. You do it that way. So that's a 1 to 2 trade. Right there. We just play that out. We'll see how we react. We'll see how that plays. In percentage, that's a nice move. 10x leverage, 14%. See, on leverage, I'd probably take the trade till right here. Yeah, see our margin right here. This is 10x actually. 33 grand is worth 334, so this is 10x. So if I would trade this like 10x margin, probably do that. Now we lost our 2 to 1 for sure. Yep. Right. 163. Still get it back, just tighter stop loss. It's a confident stop loss right there if we play it like that. I'm probably going to swing it off though. Probably going to swing it down. We'll just lower it a little bit. That's it. So 1.6. That's probably what I would run. That's probably what I would run. So we'll see how this plays out. Yeah, I don't like this rejection on the top. Not much buying intent. Like, see how much there was buyers here? Boom. Kind of gave us an instant kind of trend reversal. We're not breaking structure. Well, we did a little bit. This didn't close yet, but yeah, so this is the new high, which is good. I like to at least see we break over this previous high. When we're breaking the structure on the downside, I'd like to see it close. So let's just mark it. Current swing low. Current swing high. So I would like us to start seeing a swing above that to kind of confirm like a close, yeah, close above that yellow line on the bottom, and a reversal to the top of that would have been, that'll be a signal of this reversal. Probably run right into that. Yeah. And on 33 grand, you make, I'll say 4 grand. Not bad. Not a bad day. And this is on the 15-minute chart, but we made the trade on the hour? Yeah. Trade was on the hourly. So we expect this to take a few hours. Like I say here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, 9. It's a day. So we'll see. We get our reversal, execution. Set that alert, and we'll go from there. That's it. I guess it's there. Yeah. Alright guys, till the next one. You can go over Solana. It's been already 30 minutes. I don't know if you're interested. Stay tuned. We'll go over Solana. I'll run through this quick. We'll start on the daily. Solana. I've highlighted a buy zone for Solana. It's not even, sorry, not even kind of perfect. This is what I meant. I didn't have these lines. I had it for an example. So big order block on Solana on the weekly. It's been wicked into before. Still got some liquidity. You know, it's not super magnet, but hey, if it comes into this region, I'm loading up. I don't think we're gonna see this ever again. Don't say it never. This could be that bear. And when Bitcoin makes it slide, to that 80 zone, we'll probably end up seeing that. Okay, this is the weekly. If we do that flush down to 98, we'll pick this up. We're at 108 on Bitcoin. We've dropped here a little farther than you would have thought on the weekly. That was like a last little order block right here, at least on the weekly. But pushing through it, starting to aim for more liquidity on the weekly. Daily. I mean, same thing. Had the small order block here, we're through it. Small order block here, we're through it. But you can see when it did come to this order block, price did react. We did get some buys. People were entering in thinking this was like kind of like the floor, that 212. We've got a lot of buyers at 212. Took off, came here to this order block, had buyers. Boom. So there's still kind of, and there's not much to pick up here until, and then this is our next block that I drew on a larger time frame. So I mean, it kind of looks like a magnet right now. We may see this zone. Depends where Bitcoin chooses. If Bitcoin keeps going down, we're coming into here. And I think this will be saved for that long flush on Bitcoin. So I don't think people are going to fill this 100%. I think we might wake into this just a little, pick up a little bit of this, close a little bit of this out, and save all this for later. It's kind of, it does react pretty quick with Bitcoin. So yeah, we might get that 50%, 175. That'd be where a good spot to buy. I mean, that'd be a good spot to buy. Hasn't been there, you know, for a while. Good spot. Push, and I'd be aiming to come here. Sorry about my nose. And then pushing these highs. Yeah, for sure. Let's drop down to the 4 hour. Sorry, I keep missing that. I like to. Previous day high. We're broke way below it now. Previous day low. Yeah, you can see like just gives you a better visual. Like even tested it as resistance. Previous day low. Starting to get little buyers to step in, but that don't really mean much. Bitcoin's getting some up, that's why. But we're playing Bitcoin on the way up right now. Everything else is trending down. Interesting. Pretty sure I'll see the same if I go. I mean, right now, Ethereum's down 6%. You see that? I mean, Solana just reacting. I picked up a little Solana. What was it, last night? Yeah, around like 10 o'clock. Jeez, good time. Good time. Time to get in, potentially. I'm liquidating some stocks today. So, I was going to move into a little into Solana. But if we break 200, that would work out kind of good for a pickup. Yeah, nothing much to see here. So, next liquidity zone on Solana, not too far, to be honest. Like, it's already done 6% today. 13% puts us at 50%. If you just want to wick in, it's just another 6. Not far. Just did 6 in the last 8 hours. So we'll see what we pick up. This I think we're on like a panic sell now. So if Bitcoin decides to pop that level, yeah, Bitcoin pops that level. Bitcoin reverses here, it'll bring everything back up. If Bitcoin closes below here, which it's 850 right now. If we get a close below this structure, we got some more bearish momentum. We have more lows to go. If we don't get a close above this yellow, yeah, for sure. So we'll see. Probably tighten the stop. Probably give me that 2 to 1. And yeah, I mean, it just doesn't. This is what it looks like. So, all right, guys. So the next one. Sorry it was so long. Hope you got some value here. If you made it to the end, give me a comment, reply. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you do different. So please subscribe. Appreciate you. Talk to you soon.